Now, I am honored to request Dr. Rajarajan, Director Bikram Bhai, Sarabhai Satellite Center, to inspire us with his wisdom, sir. Please.
No, no, it's Rajkot is there. है ना?
जयंती लोकांना म्हणून आवडतं इकडे फोटो घेऊन नको आजचे लोक आवडतात म्हणतात ते मी બધા થોડી નથી ખાલી એનો ફ્રીજ છે મળવાનું ખાલી બહુ છે आता ઇન્કમ કરતા બનાવો ફોટા કઈ શુરુઆત કરી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ફોટો નિમ્ન કરવા તો વાંધો નહીં
Loaded?
loaded.
Loaded. Yeah. So, good morning. Namaskar. First of all, thanks to Swami Dharm Bandhuji for inviting me and address such a gathering with all the dignitaries of who is who in India is gathered here on stage with my colleagues in ISRO and my respected Secretary Department of Space and my boss, Chairman ISRO, Dr. Narayanan, and many of the dignitaries like Guru Prasad, Pankaj, so many are there here. I am very happy to be here in person. So I will try to give. I see you all students as the young scientists and the future generation of India who is going to make the number one nation in this world in the coming days. I will be humbled when that happens, as I will be seeing it from the sidelines as we look. So today, for an half an hour, I would like to share what little thought process, why people will used to ask, when there are so much to be done, why we are doing satellite and what is that we are doing. मैंने ये बता सकता हूँ कि अगले 10 साल हमारा डेस्टिनेशन स्पेस है, इसमें कोई चिंता नहीं है, क्योंकि ये एप्लीकेशन है ना, the way in which we do all those ideas that comes for your betterment of your day-to-day life. What our respected chairman ISRO has told, I'll just put in some vivid points. Basically, our application, space application, what we are doing, we are one of the few countries who do it for the societal application, for the socio-economical development. Here, do it. Nope. Wait.
Sir, really. Sir, yes. Okay, sir. Thank you. Continue. Please continue. We are all used to this. Sorry, sir.
So, very nice of you for the organizers to felicitate. So, what I want to like is what does the Indian space program is doing for our societal economic development. So, what we are looking at what is space is nothing but a scientific pursuit. Next. Pursuit for applications with a lot of common sense and a little bit of engineering. That's what I used to say called space. So, what we call is a lot of common sense. We only require a lot of common sense and a little bit of engineering. थोड़ा सा engineering हमको space में application होने चाहिए. Yes. वो क्या देते हैं कि the socio-economic development for the upliftment of the other people. Next. So, for this, in ISRO, in our country, we have 5 verticals. One is from one place to एक जगह जाने के लिए एक transportation चाहिए ना, वो है launch vehicle. हमारा launch vehicle कहाँ से कहाँ जाने के लिए low earth orbit, geosynchronous orbit, planetary missions, इस सब के लिए space transportation चाहिए. The space infrastructure, that is our asset, which is there on the space and gives us data regarding our ocean, our country, population, traffic, वगैरह वगैरह. वो है स्पेस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. और तीसरा वाला है कि स्पेस एप्लीकेशन. वो असेट के साथ क्या क्या करना है, किसमें क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, फिशरीज, ओशनोग्राफी, सुनामी, क्रॉप कल्टीवेशन, फिनेंस, market. Our respected chairman has told, no, there are so many applications, more than 70 applications. That's what we are doing it in space application. Then the capacity building. We have to generate our own structure and asset. We should know about every city and rural India and every aspect. That is what capacity building. Then, human, if we want to survive in this planet, and we have to go and proceed further for another millions of years, we have to explore other nearest celestial bodies. That is what our quest. What is that? हम कहाँ से आए हैं? There are 3 सवाल हैं हमारे ह्यूमन के लिए. हम कहाँ से आए गए ये दुनिया में, हम कब कहाँ है अब यूनिवर्स में, और फ्यूचर में कहाँ जाएंगे. Where from we came, where are we now, where from here where we are going to. ये 3 सवालों के लिए कोई जवाब नहीं है अभी तक. So इसको एक्सप्लोरेशन करने के लिए के हमारा ह्यूमन स्पेस फ्लाइट होना ही चाहिए. ये 5 वर्टिकल. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So what we do, we as part of government interact with industry and academia. ये तीनों के साथ, हेलो, तीनों के साथ application, how infrastructure, antenna, DTH, वगैरह वगैरह, mapping, India के सब mapping, और ocean के cloud, weather करने के लिए, how we have to look at the market, the global trend, and the technologies that we have to do. So this is what we are trying to develop in this space program for our India. Thank you. Next. Yeah. So for this, we are in many locations, more than 30 to 40 locations all over India, starting from Kanyakumari district up to Jammu. We are sitting in many parts of the village, from west to east, north to south, in different locations. Next slide. So we have PSLV, our workhorse vehicle, having more than 60 launches, which launched the Chandrayaan-1, Mangalyaan, IRNS, and the GSLV, we had our indigenous cryo in 2014. How many people know that the indigenous cryo, the first time, the 3rd nation in the world, or the 4th nation in the world, to develop a cryogenic, this one among 5, and the architect of this indigenous cryo is none other than our beloved chairman, ISRO Department of Space. Give him a round of applause. He is the architect behind the cryogenic stage, which made us to launch many of our Chandrayaan 2, 3 possible to many missions, not only to near Earth, but also to the Mars and Chandrayaan 2 and 3. And then we had the GSLV Mark III vehicle, which is the workhorse vehicle for our human space flight program, which launched our Chandrayaan and Gaganyaan programs. Next. So we have plethora of launch vehicles that is coming. Some of the vehicles are in operation, some are in development stage. Even like it will go like a rocket and come like a plane. That also is there in the future areas that is coming through. Next. So we also have for a common, any enthusiastic researchers like you, if you want to put a small payload and work out and check whether it is work, a launch vehicle is very costly, more than 500 crores, 200 crores, 300 crores it will take. So with a small money, we are providing a small platform in which you can put your payload and check for at least minimum a month or two. And that is what we are doing in PS4 orbital platform called as POEM. Next. Then we developed a small satellite launch vehicle. Now it has been given to industries, which can take 500 kg to the lower Earth orbit, which is very cost-efficient launch vehicle has been already made. Next. So there is a question why we are doing all these things. This is what we are doing. Economic, access for all. Every Indian should be capable of reaching to the space and do something towards that. So we are providing some reusable hardware, access on demand, the payload, flexibility, and space platforms, which is new, and we are doing this. Then we also look at the human program. We are conceived, and we are going in the advanced stage of the experiments and trying to do a human to send an Indian to space and bring it back, which is going to happen in a year or two. Next. So, as our Honorable Chairman ISRO told, we have 28 satellites. These are the different types of satellites that we have a constellation that looks at mapping the India, RF, television, communication, disaster management, and finance. Many. Next. So, like we have a four-wheeler, four passenger, 6 passenger, 8 passenger, 25 passenger minibus, 50 passenger bus, like that we have different bus from 50 kg, 100 kg to 6 ton. Different houses, like 1 bedroom house, 2 bedroom house, 3 bedroom, 5 bedroom house, we have different sites of satellites. Next. Now, so सवाल ये है कि satellite क्यों? So one of it is the cost effective, very, very cost effective. With a single satellite, we can do 1,000 crores of worth of work with just an 100 crore investment or 200 crore investment. And distance independent communication, and we can expand this network as you wish. And the space-based reference, high accuracy, वो reliable है, and observe very large area. एक सैटेलाइट से पूरा इंडिया को ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं. यही है सैटेलाइट का काम है. And land masses, that is कोई फॉरेस्ट, लैंड मासेस, हिमालयस को सर्च करने हैं, फोटोग्राफी करने हैं, तो सैटेलाइट के साथ वो आसान है. So इसलिए coverage of land masses, which is not our own, also can be covered. Next. Then there are some aspects which covered in this. Put it. Here, I would like to start with first tele-education. कोने के लोगों से बच्चों हैं, उसके लिए कुछ best study material चाहिए तो people goes to cities and enroll themselves with a lot of money and start going for some education. But with tele-education, it is possible with a minimum we can reach the education material to anybody who is having a small network with an antenna. And we can reach, and the best of the people can do this study and interaction. And we can have interactive network also, which is happening in northeastern area. Next, yeah. Next is the telemedicine. Telemedicine. you should know to look at you, a doctor requires only a stethoscope and a BP. A stethoscope and a BP meter is enough to diagnose you, actually. So, before going to the best people, the experts are the professionals like MD and DM specialists. You can actually have in the remote place, like we are in Sriharikota, when we are there, we had a telemedicine. We can reach the doctors in Apollo, discuss whether patient has to come and do a treatment or not. This is what we have done. Very cheap. And we can reach it to every person in India using telemedicine. Just press. These are the aspects. Immediately, vans, mobile phones, hospitals. We covered with many hospitals, and we had a successful area with the telemedicine. This is the advantage of the spacecraft application. Next. One more person. Yeah. So now the communication with the multiple user. Because of satellite, you are now having mobile, everything can be communicated, everything instantly, anywhere in the world, anywhere in even Antarctica, Arctic, ocean, deep ocean, anywhere with the satellite. Even going in aircraft, when you are going in the aircraft, you can communicate. That's only possible because of spacecraft. That's what I want to say. Next. So, these are the some of the things which I want to show. Some photographs from spacecraft. आपका cyclone monitoring, the wasteland. India में कहाँ wasteland है, हाँ कहाँ ground water prospect है. बोरवेल करने के लिए मुझे पहले आपको पानी कहाँ मिलेगा हो गया. और माइनिंग डेविएशन, हमने एक लाइसेंस दिया है माइनिंग करने के लिए, लेकिन वो डेविएट करेंगे ना कि आपका मॉनिटरिंग द माइनिंग डेविएशन 2007, 2011, 2015 ऐसे माइनिंग हो रहा है, हमको देख सकता है. सो और फ्लैश फ्लड, कोई अपर रीजन में हिमालय में कुछ बरसात हो, रेन हो जाएगा, तो फ्लड कहाँ से आएगा, कहाँ से पानी आएगा, वो भी फ्लैश फ्लड वार्निंग के साथ स्पेसक्राफ्ट के साथ. और दिल्ली, द कनॉट प्लेस, वी आर मॉनिटरिंग एवरी बिल्डिंग, एवरीथिंग यूजिंग अर्बन प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं. एंड द विंड एनर्जी, वी कैन डू द potential green energy using the wind profile that we are doing now. Then the digital elevation, Himalaya का पूरा कम map किया है satellite से. Next. Then one of the most important, which we told the NASA, ISRO synthetic aperture radar, it is one of the costliest satellite built in this present day, which can monitor many of the things. And we have developed this along with the USA. Earlier we used to get something from USA. Today we are complementing each other. We are building the satellite along with them. Their payload is sitting on our satellite, and we are launching it, and we did it in this last July. Next. So, next. So these are the maps which we showed that, which can do this, and this is what we are now today. We are able to handshake and do a lot of work with them. Next. So Chandrayaan-1, आपको क्या one more click. Chandrayaan-1, we got the full map. We landed on moon, and we got some water molecule, which is presence of water was found out. Next. Then we have the Colombo curator. Next. Then Chandrayaan-2, as chairman told, we had the best camera, mapped the entire thing, which facilitated the Chandrayaan-3. Next. 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 Then the Mars orbiter came. We had the entire thing planned. We found out many of this one, the Flammarion crater, the Therese's focus, and we had 5 scientific payloads. And one more click. Yeah. Next. And Astrosat mission, we found with one of the best scientific payload. We looked at some of the galaxy, like spiral galaxy. One more click. And this is one of the most famous pictures from Astrosat. This is the star formation of the WLM galaxy. Next. Now, through Indian, our own GPS, NAVIC, with 5 satellites, already work in progress, we are going to launch further satellite. We are communicating and helping not only for all the Indian users, very, very accurate location mapping, but this is not only GPS, but we are going to give many, many applications, which we are now going to see. Next. First, as you told, Chairman told about fisheries, I am just giving a deficit. What we are doing is, the fisherman goes in the boat, he has an app in his mobile with different languages. We can, application, one more click. He can have this language of any type, regional languages, the app is there. He can look at this, next one more click. In that he can see what he wants, the boat is going, it will give the warnings whether he is crossing the border, international border, whether he is in the location and surrounding areas, what is the weather, all those aspects like tsunami warning, everything is available. Next, one more click. And we also give the potential fish location like this, so that boat can go to there, catch the fish, and now he can return happily with a bounty of fish. He is becoming richer, he is paying taxes to the government of India, government also getting revenue. The people of more than 35 crores of people also get benefited by this application, by symbol. This is what the benefit of NAVIC that we are doing like this. Next. Next is the marine. Boats are going. Just to click, one more click. Yeah, keep it there. So, somebody wants to do a transportation business. How the buses is going through a traffic in Gujarat. Okay, we'll go to Ahmedabad. Bus is going through a road. How much time bus stops at a stop indicates how many people are getting in or getting out. And the way the speed it goes, we know the density of the traffic, everything come, and how much time it will take at each hour to travel and come back. So we can schedule the traffic, bus schedule, get the maximum revenue. That is what I showed in the left side, the tracking of bus in a Delhi city. The right side is in a Narman point, a boat is going, where and all it went, where and all situated. This prevents unwanted activities, and we can track each ship and everything, boats that can go with this map, and how they are spent is being tracked. Meaning what? Each one your father and mother can track you wherever you are going. That is what the benefit. Next. Then the common man safety, like satellite navigation. Today, we have more than 10,000 to 20,000 unmanned railway crossings. So each time, using the NAVIC, when the train is 2 kilometers away itself, it will start giving a small horn. Within 1 kilometer, it will give a bigger horn. And that way, we can prevent accidents in the unmanned level crossing. This is the benefit of the SatNav application. Next. This is what I demonstration of couple. As soon as it is 2 kilometers away, it will sound the horn. So people can stop crossing the railway track, and we can prevent accidents. Next. So this is what this trend. So this is the application that I want each one of you to look at, to work in space area, to look whether in application or the spacecraft or the launch vehicle, or you can write your own business models using the spacecraft. It will be very, very effective and efficient. You can look at this. This is the way you can look and build a powerful India, powerful Bharat also. So some of the trends that I am giving you, infotainment, many, many channels, thousands of channels, stability, positional, enhancing the autonomy, decision making. You yourself can take the decisions. You don't have to look for somebody else. All the data are available in front of you. Next. So there will be enormous amount of data. The quantum communication is going to come, encrypting your communications, and look at the exploit both this. Then the next propulsion, the electric propulsion is going to come. People can start buy some small things and build their own, this one in the payload, navigation, and some of the bands, and we can revisit some of the trends is we want to continuously monitor my own place, my own location. I am away thousands of kilometers somewhere place, but I want to look at my house whether it is okay. This also can be done with this. Already is in place. Next. So planetary exploration is why, as a human, you have to survive. You should know your origin and your destiny. For that, the answer, search for all those things is only our destination, going to many, many planets. and we have to find water wherever it is. The important resource is the carbon cycle, the life, and the H2O water. And this is the composition which will help us to discover many of the exoplanets and whichever any celestial body is habitable or not for our own survival. 50 years from now, you will see at least 1 lakh people living in space. Once in a while, they will come to Earth and come back. That's what's going to become. That's what the trend is. Next. So, as you go, not only space, you can study the Mars, the Rajarajan point in the astrobiology is one of the biggest subject. Then the Venus, the lunar vision, the astronomy, aeronomy, and the sun, studying sun also is very important. These are the areas where you can show your interest and become a scientist. Next. So, some of the enhanced infrastructure that we are developing here. Next. So, we have to have a major thrust area. We have to look at many of the aspects. And for this, our Government of India, Honorable Prime Minister, has issued a space policy where we are unlocking the India's potential in space sector. So, आम आदमी के लिए क्या भी कर सकते हैं. So, you do this. So, InSpace has been put in place to look at the prospective entrepreneurs and work in many, many areas. Next. So, now we have.
After some time, sir.
Huh?
Afternoon, is it possible?
No, it's over.
After no session, 2:30, is it possible?
I have to leave, sir.
I did. How many times?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So, finished the international cooperation and the Indian space industry can be done. So, with this work culture, we have to do, these are the international cooperation that we are doing with many, many countries. Next slide. So, being responsible, we have to have 250 agreements that we have with the international countries and organizations. Next. 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 So, our point is, today we are 3% is our share in the world space business. This we have to increase to 8 to 10%. And from 8 billion, we have to go to 40 billion US dollar economy. And that lies in your hands. And you have to do this service for you. Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Dhanyavad. Please make this country as powerful as possible. #1 country in manufacturing and power sector. It is in your hands. And I am looking forward to many, many scientists and financial wizards to come from this group to make this country proud. Thank you. Jai Hind.